Hello and welcome to My Newt News. I am not a Newt. My name is not Newt. But you can call me Newt if you want, because I've been called a lot worse. And today I wanted to talk to you about this article in Asia One. And apparently it has caused a little bit of controversy online. And I've got some opinions about it. And you know what? My opinions are going to be worth every cent you pay for them. Maybe even slightly more. So, Taiwan man stuns girlfriend by popping the question, will you pay for a $6,600 engagement ring with me? Popping the question can often leave one's partner speechless. A man in Taiwan recently elicited that response from his girlfriend, but unfortunately the proposal didn't turn out exactly the way he envisioned it. She was moved by his proposal until he told her this, quote, "It took me very long to pick out a diamond ring. It's 15,000 Taiwan dollars. Don't worry. You can take your time transferring half the amount to me," unquote. This took her by surprise and she questioned the need to do so. His reply? A marriage is between two of us. Shouldn't we share the costs? Unable to accept his reasoning, the woman took to an online forum Dcard last month to air her grievances. She wrote that they'd been dating for 4 years and they've always shared expenses, including small purchases like bottled water. The woman said that she was okay with how her boyfriend handled money. However, she was stunned by his suggestion that she pay for half the diamond ring, an item that she felt should be a gift. After her post made the rounds online, it appeared that many in China's online community felt that she had every right to be upset with her boyfriend's actions, with some suggesting that she should just dump him. Men who can't afford to spend money on you really don't want you in the first place, a netizen snapped. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go off topic here. And the thing is, first of all, she set the expectations during their dating. They split stuff even down to the purchases of bottled water. So she set that expectation for 4 years. Second of all, I'm in the United States, so my viewpoints are based on living in the United States. But since Taiwan is a modern democracy and has been for probably as long as this woman's been alive, she doesn't state whether she has a job, but I'm assuming that she has money if they have traditionally been splitting costs on everything. So the thing is, it's not 1880 anymore. She set that expectation, and then all of a sudden, when something that is traditionally to the benefit of the woman comes up, then she's shocked, and a lot of people are like, hey, whoa, wait a minute. And then later down in the article, it talks about that traditionally, the age-old rule is that an engagement ring should be 3 times one's monthly salary, which that's a pretty decent chunk. But of course, spending within one's own financial means is key. And the thing is, 150 years ago, that engagement ring made more sense than it does now, because at that time, women couldn't vote. For the most part, women couldn't have jobs. I mean, school marm, but not like now. Not like where a woman can have a career and make as much or more than a man, et cetera, et cetera. And this is my opinion. And again, it's worth what you paid for it. So at the time, women had limited financial possibilities, and there was still that attitude of the man's the boss in a relationship, the man's the provider, the man has all the financial responsibility to take care of the wife and the kids and the family, and basically the engagement ring was kind of portable wealth because she couldn't own land unless, I guess in some places, that if her husband died, she could inherit the land. But for the most part, women couldn't go out and just buy land. So the wedding or the engagement ring was a way to have portable wealth that, if something happens, or also a bond against, if he's a wife-beating piece of crap, then she can leave and's got the diamond ring to tide her over until she can do whatever she needs to do. But again, it's not 1880 anymore. We're not in a 100% patriarchal society. And I know a lot of people say, yes, we are. We're still in a patriarchy to a very limited extent, but the majority, like over 60% of college students are women. Traditionally, a college degree is viewed as a way to higher wages. So that means that women have that advantage in the workplace with government regulations, but government reporting and the attitudes that basically if you're hiring very few women and that gets out, you're going to be in trouble, whether it's through legal action through the government or just reputational harm. So companies have that incentive to hire, at least a proportional representation of women. Women have the right to run for office. Nancy Pelosi, she's had a hell of a career. Like her or not, she's done well. You've got Oprah Winfrey, billionaire, black billionaire. It's not, again, not 1880 anymore. It's not 1920 anymore. The assumption is that marriage is more of a partnership, and it's not just, well, the man's the boss, the man does this, like John Wayne swaggering in and he throws the woman around and leads her by the arm literally that way anymore. And I think a lot of people, they want the rights, but they don't want the responsibilities. Thing is, if men and women are going to be equal, then that includes the downside along with the upside. You got to decide, are you going to be a fierce warrior who's equal, or are you going to be a delicate flower that has to be protected? And you can't switch back and forth depending on your mood and the situation. And I know a lot of people disagree with that, but I think you're wrong. It's like in child custody. In the vast majority of places in the United States, if there is a divorce between a man and a woman, the vast majority of child custody goes to the woman because of that. Well, the women are nurturing and then the men have to pay child support and alimony, which 100 years ago, that made 100% sense. But now, if you've got two people in a marriage working, potentially the woman earning more than the man, is that fair? I don't think so. And I'm not saying that, punish the woman, punish the woman. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if you want equality, then you should accept the downsides and the upsides. And I personally have known some incredibly strong, capable women. But, I grew up last century and part of me has that protective instinct. It's like, guys don't hit women. Women hit men and people aren't outraged by it, but a man hits a woman and, oh my God. Well, but again, if you want equality, then, if I go up to some big hunk mofo and hit him, I should be expected to be hit back. And I hate to say it, but if women are equal, which I personally believe that they are, and that, a relationship between a man and a woman or two women or two men should be a partnership based on equality, then if a woman goes up and hits a guy, he should have the right to hit her back. I mean, that's just fair. If a woman goes up and hits another woman, she should have the right to hit her back. If a guy goes up, hits another guy, he should expect to be hit back. I mean, that's just the way it is. And to be highly offended that he should give her, that they've had that relationship so far where they're financially equal, and then when it comes to them committing to a long-term exclusive relationship, that suddenly that it's 1885 and she's a delicate flower and he should give her a ring worth 3 months of his salary. It's like, wait, whoa, that doesn't sound like a partnership. That sounds like me putting a down payment on a bride. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. You've heard my opinion. Feel free to put your thoughts in the comments below, and I would appreciate a like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.